owe $10,000 or more in unsecured debt, J.G. Wentworth may be able to help you and put you on the path to freedom in as little as 24 to 48 months. Imagine affordable monthly payment instead of juggling multiple bills and creditors. We've helped thousands of people cut their debt by up to 50% before fees, and we don't get paid unless we reduce your debt. The more you owe, the more you could save. Call 877-CASH now. The call is free, the consultation is free, and there's no obligation to sign up. Call today for your free consultation. 877-CASH now. That's 877-CASH now. Don't wait. Every day you delay could cost you more. Call 877-CASH now today. Results vary, not all debts qualify. Debt resolution impacts credit and may increase what you owe. Average savings before fees 43%, 25% after fees. The choice to stop paying creditors is yours. J.G. Wentworth does not pay debts or provide legal, tax, or credit repair services. It is 428. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. And here's Neil Fiorito.
All right, the northwest suburbs are seeing pretty big backups on Route 53, something you're probably used to by now. There is ongoing construction between Kirchhoff and Lake Cook Road on both sides in the left lane, a project that will be in place through mid-November. That's the plan. So you're heading northbound from the Jane Addams to Euclid and southbound past Rand Road. Delays along I-80 today, westbound in spots from US 30 over to Center. Eastbound a delay from Center to before breaks. Northwest Indiana on the Bourne, 8094 west, heavy from Broadway to Kennedy. Slowing eastbound from Torrance to Grant, and a delay on the Indiana Toll Road eastbound from I-94 to Willow Creek. In Portage, you have some roadwork set up in the lane there. Looking at the expressways, the Eden's coming in 48 minutes. Heavy in spots from the spur ramp all the way to the Kennedy. No delays southbound. Kennedy inbound an hour 2, 46 to drive out to O'Hare. 290, the Eisenhower inbounds an hour 18 for 90, 36 in for Manheim. I-1 heavy from the Jane Byrne to First Avenue and Higgin to 90. 45 to get you to Manheim, an hour 7 out towards Schaumburg and I-9. On the Stevenson outbound, 52 to the Tri-State, hour 3 to 355. 50 minutes in, you're 25 in from 294. Southside Expressways, the Dan Ryan 40 up, 20 minutes inbound. On I-57, expect some traffic on the way out from the Ryan to past Halstead. Not bad inbound. Bishop Ford on the way out, slow from 103rd to 115th. South of Lakeshore Drive, traffic northbound Roosevelt to Chicago and southbound north to Chicago through Grant Park at 50th down to 57th. Nothing major on your tollways, just backups. From the Metro Traffic Center, next report, 438, News Radio 1059, WBBM.
48 degrees now at 429. Advent is now accepting new patients at 8 Chicagoland area locations. AdventNews.com. FinishingChicago.com. Decorative finishing contractors can transform your commercial spaces for staff, tenants, and customers alike. Our contractors' dedication to safety. FinishingChicago.com for your free list of decorative contractors specializing in decorative painting, wall covering, drywall finishing, glass systems, and custom signage. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station, News Radio 1059 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
4:30, good afternoon. I'm Lisa Fielding. Here are the top stories on News Radio WBBM. A downtown alderman says drivers are fed up with all the construction happening in the Loop and near North Side.
This is Andy Dane. It may seem like the Democratic National Convention just left Chicago. Governor Pritzker already wants it to come back.
Multiple people detained as federal...
It was appropriate to close so many east-west bridges all at the same time.
Downtown Alderman Brendan Riley says his office has received lots of calls from people complaining that it's taking an hour to get on the Kennedy Expressway. Acting Transportation Commissioner Craig Turner tried to respond.
There's no easy way to do or repair a bridge.
Understood.
But when Turner said all construction projects are coordinated through ward offices, Riley hit back.
You were advised that taking these bridges out of service all at the same time was a bad idea.
He says he knows bridges need to be safe, but the work should have been staggered. We're at City Hall. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9. WBBM.
Governor Pritzker says he's proud of last year's Democratic National Convention here in Chicago, so much so that he says he's hoping for a quick return.
Speaking to the Economic Club of Chicago, the governor had plenty of praise for the city's handling of the DNC in 2024.
People who left here, and I've run into quite a number of them around the country, really left with an impression of a great city. It is a great city, and an impression of great people who live here, and a beautiful place for people to come back and visit, maybe even move their businesses here.
In conversations with Democratic leaders, Governor Pritzker said he has made it clear Chicago is interested in hosting the next DNC in 2028.
For those of you who think that's not possible, there's only really one city in the entire country that has had multiple conventions in a row, and that's the city of Chicago.
However, he stressed there's a long way to go and was asked if he may be in the running of 2028.
I'm running for governor of Illinois.
Andy Day, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Ice activity on Chicago's southwest side created quite a chaotic scene near the border with Cicero this afternoon. Community members hopped their car horns and took videos of agents making several arrests.
Go, 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 go.
Alderman Byron Siccho Lopez tells WBBM 5 people were detained. He says 3 of them are U.S. citizens. Work continues on a controversial building project at the White House.
President Trump has brushed off criticism about the demolition of part of the White House to build a new $250 million ballroom.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears. I love that sound.
Democrats have blasted the project. Trump says donations will pay for it. Presidential historian Douglas Brinkley.
It doesn't feel like a historic renovation. It feels like a wrecking ball of our people's houses.
Some legal experts say the demolition could violate federal law with no permits or oversight during a government shutdown. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Speaking of the shutdown, now day 22 of that stalemate. CBS reporter Erica Brown brings us the latest.
With no end to the stalemate in sight, Republican lawmakers are proposing a bill that would compensate some essential federal workers, like active duty military members, with a vote as soon as Thursday.
Quit holding my veterans hostage right now.
During a visit to the VA Medical Center in Washington, D.C., VA Secretary Doug Collins said veterans are also being impacted.
The Senate is expected to vote again today on a House-passed funding bill, but like the previous 11 times, it's likely to fail. A Democratic senator spoke for hours on the Senate floor denouncing President Trump and his policies.
Senator Jeff Merkley, an Oregon Democrat, started speaking last night in a marathon attack on the president's mass deportations, canceled federal programs and efforts to send the National Guard into U.S. cities.
This is an incredible threat to our nation, to the entire vision of our Constitution.
The president has been trying to deploy the National Guard to Portland against the wishes of Oregon's governor and other state leaders. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Around the world, Russian drones and missiles have killed at least 6 people in Ukraine, including a woman and her 2 young daughters. The assault came in waves throughout the night and targeted at least 8 Ukrainian cities and a village in the Kyiv region. Authorities now say at least 29 other people, including 5 children, were wounded. In the capital, Russian drones also hit a kindergarten in Ukraine's second largest city, while children were actually in the building. Coming up in a minute, low gas prices, traffic, and weather together. It's 4:36.
Life is full of surprises, but at Grandview Homes, our goal is to make sure selling a home isn't one of them. That's why we buy every home completely as is, no repairs, no waiting, no stress. Get your no-obligation offer at GrandviewHomes.com today.
Are you or someone you love struggling with opioid addiction, including oxycodone, hydrocodone, fentanyl, or heroin? There's help right here in your community. Symetria Recovery has outpatient options to treat opioid addiction without disrupting your life, using medication therapies that are recognized as the best treatments for opioid addiction. Symetria can stop your withdrawal symptoms immediately so you can focus on your recovery without physical discomfort. Symetria's doctors, pharmacy, and therapists are all located under one roof, so parents and working professionals can overcome opioid addiction while maintaining their normal schedule. Harvard University confirmed that Symetria Recovery has double the success rate of other centers with same-day or next-day appointments. Symetria can stop your cravings now. We accept most major insurance, so call today and schedule an appointment. Call 800-335-5700. 800-335-5700. That's 800-335-5700.
Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Sponsored by PackyWeb4.com. Qualify and get big PackyWeb discounts, 2.9 financing for 66 months, plus $500 to $2,750 in bonus cash on many new Ford models. In Mount Greenwood, the Shell, 111th and Lundale has gas for $2.93. In Niles, the Arco on Harlem and Dempster has gas for $2.94. Coming up in 2 minutes.
This is Nancy Hardy. A man is arrested for a fatal stabbing at a Chick-fil-A in Oswego.
That story's next, but first, time to check in on traffic. Traffic and weather together on the 8s every 10 minutes. And here's Neil Fiorito.
Well, Lisa, a lot of traffic, but we don't have any crashes or stalls, anything really in your lanes except for a lot of vehicles. And always, if you see something on the roadway and you want to give us a tip and let us know so we can spread the word, the WBBM Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates traffic tip line is 855-780 Road, 855-780-7623. Always good to hear from you. On the Eads coming in, you're at 50 to the Kennedy Junction from Lake Cook Road. No relief from the spur ramp all the way in. Kennedy inbound an hour 2, 27 off the junction. On the outbound side, 28 to Montrose, 46 to the airport. Eisenhower ends an hour 18 from I-90 into downtown, 36 if you're driving in from Mannheim. On the outbound side of 290, 45 to Mannheim, an hour 7 to 90. Stevenson outbound 38 if you're exiting Cicero Avenue. 52 will get you to the Tri-State, hour 3 to 355 and 50 in. The Dan Ryan is 40 out to the split, 22 into downtown, 57 going out 18 and 16 on the outbound Ford. Slight delays on both. DeSalvo Lakeshore Drive is pretty heavy northbound from Roosevelt up to Chicago Avenue. Delays south from north to Chicago and Grand Park at 50th to 57th. Tri-State really heavy southbound from the Bensonville Bridge to the Hinsdale Oasis. A lot of road work between the Cermak Toll and the Stevenson. The Jane Addams West expect to slow down from the Tri-State to before Elmhurst Road, then past 53 to Roselle Road. On I-88, the Ronald Reagan Tollway, traffic east from Naperville to 355, 83 to the Tri-State and westbound before Naperville Road over to Route 59. The Veterans Tollway southbound slowing from Army Trail to North Avenue. Butterfield to 63rd and northbound you have a delay from Roosevelt up to North Avenue. Route 53 jammed up either way because of long-term construction. 80 eastbound heavy from Center to Richards and westbound heavy in spots between US 30 and Center. 8094 in Northwest Indiana, pretty heavy westbound between Broadway and Kennedy. And a roadwork delay continues on the Indiana Toll Road eastbound from I-94 over to Willow Creek in Portage. Your next reports at 4:48. News Radio 105.9 WBBM. WBBM AccuWeather. It's going to be brisk and chilly and some tonight, some clouds early and some clearing late. So lows ranging from 35 in some southwest suburbs to 45 at the lakefront. Brisk and chilly tomorrow. Sun will mix with some clouds, a high of 53. And clearing out tomorrow night with areas of frost as temperatures drop into the 30s. It's still pretty chilly Friday despite sunshine, high 54. 48 degrees in O'Hare right now, 50 at Midway, 48 in Aurora, 50 at the lakefront, going down to 38 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
4:40. One man dead, another hospitalized after stabbing early this morning at a fast food restaurant in Oswego.
Oswego police say they found 2 men when they responded to a call at the Chick-fil-A on Route 34 at around 5 in the morning. Police say the man who had been stabbed was holding down the suspect. Officers treated the victim and he was taken to the hospital in an unknown condition. Police detained the suspect and found another victim who was pronounced dead at the scene.
Hi.
Gymnast. Gymnast. Yes. Watermelon. Mhm. No, thank you. Hi. Bibina. Hi, hello. Thank you.